All right, here we are for some more Tim Talks. I am deeply honored that you guys are interested in these talks. I hope they help. I'm always interested in hearing your ideas. So I want to get right to it. And this first Tim Talk, I want to entitle it To Know a Place. To Know a Place. And to start with, I want to read a quote that I wrote in one of my photo books a few years ago, and I'll go from there. Okay. To know a place. I mean, to really know a place, you must go there many times. To know a place, you must become that place. This can only happen with time, quiet, no agenda, peacefulness, and most importantly, an open heart. To know a place is to know our earth in a personal way. When this happens, a kind of clarity comes that cannot be understood in the brain. Separation doesn't exist. You are as the animals are, as the trees are, as the mountains are. This place becomes a pilgrimage place. To know a place, you must go there many times. You must become the place. Now, I can't really tell you enough how important it is to think about this. We live in a very, very, very busy world. And I'm as guilty as anyone. Sometimes I don't even leave my garage or gallery where I worked, doing paperwork and crafts work for days to go out on my land and check it out. And I remind myself, like, what are you doing? Get out in the woods, Tim. So I'm not lecturing just anyone here. This is true for all of us. If we're going to do any good work for the earth, and my golly, it is the time now, because our earth is screaming out to us. Just a side note, we put up an earth flag this year on the new entrance we made into our Headwaters outdoor school camp. And the flag got caught on the edge of one of the poles, and it's all tattered and ripped up. And for a while, it was really bothering me. And I was annoyed by it. And then one day it just struck me. It hit me, and it was like, that's how our earth feels right now. She feels beat up, tattered, broken in places. But she's still at the point where she can heal. And so in order to do the healing work, we need to build our relationship up with her. And this saying that I just said, which I'll probably repeat it at the end here so that you can lock it in a little bit, to know a place. This means that we have to get out and put our time in being with the earth. Being with the earth. If we don't do it, then nothing really becomes real for us. The quest to fight for the earth, to protect her, becomes more in the head and less in the heart and the soul. And it's so important to keep it in the heart and the soul, because if we're going to care for our earth and literally save her from us, then we have to come from kindness. We have to come from love. Violence doesn't work. Believe me, there's times when I want to get violent. And in my past, I have gotten violent for the earth. But we know violence doesn't work. If we're going to do this, it has to be heart-driven. It's just a fact. It's for sure. It's true. So build your relationship with the earth. Go out and check out things deeply. Deeply check them out. Wander, sit, get in water, climb trees, do the things you need to do. Put the cell phone aside. Keep the vision clear inside your mind and let the earth speak to you about your vision. That vision of how you are going to take your incredible self and put your incredible self to work for the healing of our planet and all beings everywhere. You must get out. You must get out to know a place. Now, there's one more great saying, kind of along this idea, that I'd love to read. And it's by one of my heroes, Abbey. And Edward Abbey, we like to call him a desert rat. He's one of these guys that just fell in love with the desert. He's a writer and a naturalist. It was a few years back he lived, and he wrote the incredible book that got Earth First started, the group that does direct action, and many other books and essays and so forth. And he lived in the deep canyons of the northern Arizona desert. And he wrote this piece that I think is really also very telling, goes along with the piece I wrote. He says, Edward Abbey, one final paragraph of advice. Do not burn yourselves out. Be as I am, a reluctant enthusiast, a part-time crusader, a half-hearted fanatic. Save the other half of yourselves and your lives for pleasure and adventure. It is not enough to fight for the land. It is even more important to enjoy the land. While you can, while it's still here. So get out there and hunt and fish and mess around with your friends and ramble out yonder and explore the forests, encounter the grizz, climb the mountains, bag the peaks, run the rivers, breathe deep of that yet sweet and lucid air, sit quietly for a while and contemplate that precious stillness that only the earth can provide, that lovely, mysterious, and awesome space. Enjoy yourselves. Keep your brain in your head and your head firmly attached to the body active and alive. And I promise you this much. I promise you this one sweet victory over our enemies, over those desk-bound people with their hearts in a safe deposit box and their eyes hypnotized by desk calculators. I promise you this. You'll outlive the bastards. Ho, get out in the woods. It has to be done. Ho.